Hey guys, it's Riaa. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be sharing with you guys gifts for a newborn baby in NICU. When shopping for a new baby, it's always fun and so exciting. But when your baby or someone you know's baby is in NICU, it can kind of be a little different. You might not be sure what types of gifts you can get for them. So as a mother of a micro-preemie who spent a lot of time in NICU, I'm here to tell you what gifts I think would be appropriate. Being a new mother and also a mother of a preemie, I wasn't sure myself what kind of things I should buy for my own baby, but thankfully the staff in the hospital we were at were very understanding and welcoming and helped point me in the right direction. So I'd like to do the same for you. When I first walked into my daughter's room, the first thing I noticed was that her isolette was covered with a large blanket. I wasn't sure the purpose of these until I spoke with one of her nurses, and they told me that by covering their isolettes, it helps create that illusion that they're in a nice warm womb instead of a big plastic box. It helps keep out the light and blocks noise somewhat. I mean, as much as they can anyways. I really love having this blanket now. It's a good keepsake. So if you're looking for something to give, a large blanket such as this, or even a quilted one like this one, would be a nice gift for a NICU baby. And they make great keepsakes, like I said. Another good handmade item are these cute little crocheted hats. Scarlett has several different sizes. None of them truly fit her correctly just because, I mean, she was tiny. This was actually her first hat that she had. She was a Halloween baby, so they had this in her isolette and it didn't fit her, obviously, because it's huge. But these are really cute and she has a lot of these. They use these in the unit to help cover the baby's head because, of course, babies lose a lot of warmth from their head. And they also will sometimes cover their eyes with it just because, again, some babies born super early, such as my daughter, their eyes are not fully developed yet, and so it helps block out the light. And so that's one of the good things about having these. So if you crochet or know someone who crochets, these would be perfect gifts. I'm actually going to link a shop down below. It's called Foreverly Changed, and it is a shop created by my friend Jenny in honor of her daughter Everly. She crochets tiny hats like these, and she will donate them to the units, or she sells them and she will even personalize it for you for the baby. So I'll be sure to link her shop down below. Another Etsy find was this cute little smock or apron. This has Velcros on the side and it opens up just like this, so it doesn't have any buttons or any zippers, which makes it super easy when they have to do x-rays or, you know, any kind of imaging. If I'm being honest, my daughter actually never got to wear this just because she was too big by the time they started putting clothes on her. They actually don't put clothes on baby until they can hold their own body temperature. So she wasn't able to wear this because it wasn't enough clothes by the time she could wear clothes. It makes a nice little keepsake. So there's that. And like I said, babies usually don't start wearing clothes until they can start holding their own body temperature. So a good gift would be preemie clothes. This was my daughter's first outfit in the hospital, and believe it or not, it was still a little bit big on her, but it was really cute. And I believe now Carter's has a line specifically for preemies. So you see how this one has metal snaps? The preemie line now has plastic snaps, so they don't have to fully undress the baby in order to do imaging and stuff like that. I remember one of the things I saw on Facebook was an article talking about octopuses, such as this one. These are really cute, and the article I read, if I can find it, I'll try to link it down below, said that the octopus was great to put in their isolettes because it creates that illusion of the umbilical cord. If I'm being honest, again, it doesn't. It's made of yarn. It's not an umbilical cord, but having it in her isolette helps keep her from pulling on her wires and pulling out all her tubes and stuff, and so he was cute. I was really happy to have found him one morning in her isolette. We didn't actually get this from anyone specifically. I think the hospital had them and she happened to get one, and hers was purple. Now I'll talk more about these in another video I'm planning to do, but another great gift would be little receiving blankets such as these, or even little small knitted ones such as this one. I believe they're called lovies. Not entirely sure. They make great gifts. because they can actually line the bottom of the isolette with them, and so it adds a little personal touch to your baby's room. And I thought that it was such a great idea, and as soon as I found out that we could do that, I actually went out and bought a whole bunch of them so that I could decorate Scarlett's isolette. It just made it a little more personal for me, so these make a great gift. And again, as with any newborn baby, everyone loves to give little rattlers or toys or plush animals. This one was given to me by one of my really good friends, and she actually had it embroidered with Scarlett's birthday, and then it has her name on this side, and I thought it was so cute, and we kept this in her room on her shelf. And she actually got a few different ones. She had this little small one, that big one, and one of her doctors gave me a Build-A-Bear gift card, and I went to Build-A-Bear and I created this little bear for Scarlett, and I thought she was really cute, and so she stayed in Scarlett's room as well. Plush animals are always a good gift, and Scarlett plays with these now and she loves them. So there you go. One really unique and special gift that I highly recommend anyone getting a micro-preemie or just any baby in NICU in general are what we call milestone cards. Like I said before, in NICU you have what's called NICU milestones, and they're not your average typical milestones that you would have with a full-term baby. These are specifically intended for babies in the hospital. And so while Scarlett was in the hospital, her nurses actually made these, and this is the day that she had her first bottle, and so they took a picture with it, and it was really cute. And a friend of ours actually bought us these really pretty ones, and these ones are a mixture, ones that you would use for any full-term baby, but also for your preemies. So this one is an introductory card, and then of course there's the I'm so many weeks old, but then you see some like these. I was born blank weeks early, my due date was today, no more feeding tube, I gained weight. Really big one for Scarlett was I'm breathing on my own. And they're just little special cards like that, and it's just a really awesome way to mark your journey while you're in NICU, and I highly recommend these, and I encourage anyone who knows a child in NICU to get some of these for their parents. They're very special. I know that they could use them. Now, I know I've shared a lot of really good ideas so far, but I have to say that these next few are my favorites. I might be biased because I love reading, but these are absolutely perfect gifts and I love them. So here's the first one. It's called I Knew You Could, and it's from the Little Engine That Could series. And this is such a beautiful book. Her godmother actually bought this for Scarlett, and she read it to her every chance she came to visit her. And it just talks about the journey that you go on, and the ups and downs, and the struggles, and the, you know, obstacles you're gonna face. And if you have any experience in the NICU like I do, or you are experiencing your own journey right now, you'll find out that the NICU can be a scary place, and it's just a roller coaster ride. And so this was a beautiful book, and I loved reading it to her, and her godmother loved reading it to her. So there's the first book. Now this next one was actually a gift from the hospital, and I don't think I was supposed to know about it, but I did. I was really excited to receive Scarlett's once she graduated NICU, and we actually didn't end up getting it when she graduated. They forgot to give it to us, and so I had to call and ask just because I knew about it already. But it is Oh, the Places You Will Go, and I think this is the perfect gift to give. Inside, all of her nurses took the time to write her a little note, and I'm so excited to share this with Scarlett. As she grows, I'm gonna have her teachers sign this for her every year and just give it to her when she's older, but for now it's gonna be in my care, and I just think it's perfect. Now this next one is not just perfect for the baby themselves, but actually for the parents. It makes me a little bit emotional talking about it, but this one was from my sister and her husband. And when you have a baby in NICU, It's not something you ever expect. It's difficult, it's hard, and finding things for a baby specifically who is a preemie is hard to do. You see a lot of milestone books out there, but when you have a preemie, those milestones look a little bit different than a full-term baby. And so this book is perfect. It's called The Littlest Peanut, and it's a baby book for the tiny ones. This is a beautiful book. I love it. It helped me track Scarlett's milestones in the hospital, and I love looking back at it now and being able to see just all the different things she went through and overcame. The first page here is your standard first day information: when you were born, the time, how much you weighed, the doctor they delivered, and everything like that. But as the book goes on, there's a spot for parents to journal. And I didn't journal too much in this one, but I did try and go back and fill it out as best as I could. And I actually just kept a journal separate for myself. But there's medical notes in here. And there's also respiratory milestones, which you wouldn't normally keep up with a full-term baby. But as a micro-preemie or a preemie parent, this is just the perfect gift. It's probably the top gift, I would say, to give a baby who is in NICU, especially a preemie or a micro-preemie, because this is just one of those rare and not so common milestone books, specifically for a premature child. And so this is very special. So I think that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below what your favorite gift and something that you might give a preemie baby. Don't forget to subscribe before you go, and make sure to hit that notification button so you get updates when I upload a video. Thank you guys so much for joining me and letting me be a part of your day. I hope that these videos are helping. That is my goal, and it's the reason I created this channel, was to try and help as many families as possible. So if I did, please subscribe, please let me know in the comments, and thank you so much. Have a blessed day.